Coming to you from Proofpoint Protect 2025, I'm Kristina Ayanian from Nasdaq. And joining me is Tim Choi, Group Vice President of Product Marketing at Proofpoint. Tim, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for taking time to speak with me.
So Tim, how do you position Proofpoint's latest innovations to address both technical validation, but also real customer pain points?
Now, great question. And it's super exciting with all the announcements that we're bringing to market at Protect 2025. We're talking about ways in which we're securing the agentic workspace, right? And the agentic workspace is this world that we live in today. Humans, AI-assisted tools, and agents interacting with each other, collaborating to perform work, but also accessing data that's so critical to the business that cannot be mishandled. And you know what's really fascinating, Kristina, is that behind every kind of risk, be it collaboration risk or data risk, there's always an intent. You think about it, what threat actors are trying to do is to trick somebody. What someone's trying to do when mishandling data is they're trying to steal it, and there's an intent behind it. And that's why AI is so critical behind this, because the way you understand intent is you have data to analyze and reveal the intent. So for example, an intent to trick co-pilots in terms of extracting data and sending it out, well, there's an intent behind that. There's prompt engineering behind that. And that's why we're really excited to be announcing new detection technologies utilizing AI to stop that from happening, to block that from happening, and ensure that an organization's data and people are protected.
So how does Proofpoint use AI as a differentiator?
Yeah, great question, right? And obviously, when it comes to stopping risk, be it risk against humans and agents, trying to send business email compromise attacks, or to trick a co-pilot to steal data or to leak data, well, all of that is that detection is very much driven by AI. And what's amazing about this company is being part of the large community of organizations that we service and we protect. We see trillions of messages on a yearly basis. We have integrations with the largest service providers and mobile providers around the world. We see millions and millions of customers and protect them for that. And that data allows us to train our models to have the highest efficacy in detecting and stopping those threats, to train our model to understand behavior that someone is trying to steal data or mishandle that data. So at the very core, yes, we're utilizing AI to stop those events from taking place, those nefarious attacks from taking place. But not only that, one of the exciting things that we announced here at Protect is Proofpoint Satori. Proofpoint Satori is our AI agents within our products to help be a force multiplier for the security operations team. You know, with the number of threats, there's risk of data, the volume of data that's increasing, and now exacerbated because now you've got AI-assisted tools and AI agents now part of this mix. Security operations teams have a greater burden on them. More alerts they have to be concerned about, more risk areas they have to take care of. And the only way to counter that is utilizing AI agents to be a force multiplier for them. And that's why, again, we announced today here at Proofpoint Protect 25 the introduction of Proofpoint Satori agents to be that force multiplier, to be the extension of their security operations team. And in addition to that, we recognize that we are just one piece of the larger security architecture. And so the other piece from an AI announcer perspective is agent-to-agent integration and our partnership with Microsoft Copilot and CrowdStrike Charlotte to bring our agents together to further automate the workflows between the security pillars that a CISO has selected. Those core security vendors, partners, and how do we all work together in terms of sharing information, sharing intelligence, working in workflows and remediation. That is what Proofpoint Satori MCP access, working together with Copilot and Charlotte and CrowdStrike Charlotte. That's what we're bringing together.
It sounds like you place a really big emphasis on R&D. How do you take real-time customer feedback and develop your product roadmap?
Oh, well, we spend a great amount of time with our customers. I mean, we service over 80% of the Fortune 100. We have millions of customers around the world, but we take the time through advisory board meetings, executive briefings, quarterly business reviews to get feedback, to hear from them, to understand their lives and their challenges. And you know what's amazing is like you go to these meetings and it's not just, hey, you have helped reduce 75% of my risk, or you've increased my operational efficiency by 75%. But the stories I hear, hey, because of you, I am now able to spend more time with my family, to be able to have my life back again. These are literally stories we hear from our customers that validate the work that our R&D team to bring value, bring the innovations to them.
That must be so rewarding. It's really creating that zen.
Absolutely, right? Because at the end of the day, like with this whole growing sort of concern with threats and data risk, really at the very core, we want to have a peaceful life.
Absolutely.
And the comfort, that confidence, that while facing that ever-evolving new world, especially with this agentic workspace, it's our responsibility to bring innovations to help bring that peace and calm. And that's what we've been doing for many years.
So speaking of that evolving workspace, how do you think the role of product marketing is going to evolve with AI?
Yeah, no, I think the one thing that immediately comes to mind, and many people obviously talk about, is how do we create content, right? So obviously there are tools by which, and by the way, they're tools to augment our work, right? I think behind it all, the responsibility for a product marketer to understand the market, that it still falls on the product marketer, not on an AI tool. And an AI tool will help you be able to, accelerate your work, be able to come up with new creative ways to present it. But at the end of the day, do you understand the market? Do you understand the buying persona? Do you understand what's compelling reason and the value you bring to the customer? That still resides on the point of the product marketer. Now, what is exciting is, hey, with this treasure trove of data that we have, utilizing tools to find the patterns, but the synthesis of that data still relies on product marketing leadership.
You are still that quarterback.
Yes.
So when it comes to AI, if AI could do one thing for you personally, what would it be? Well, it's a fun one.
I mean, look, and again, relating to our security operations teams that utilize our Proofpoint products, much like their lives continue to be burdened with more threats and more data risk, my life is burdened with more sports activities and more kids activities and more like social activities. My kids play soccer, is very involved in from a competitive perspective. I would love to have an agent that can help coordinate pickup and drop-offs and coordinate with all the different families out there for an automated workflow to simplify our lives. That will go a long way.
That's amazing. I don't think you're the only one. I think that's a common theme across all things. Tim, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much. Thank you.